Recent revelations from a former Democrat party boss have sparked a brand new dumpster fire in lefty land. Not only do they air some seriously dirty laundry about how Hillary Clinton's political machine took over the party and forced out socialist Bernie Sanders, but here's what no one is talking about. This also raises some serious questions about what the Democrats are doing with your money. Here's a question, folks. If Democrat leadership can't even run their own party without needing a shady bailout deal from the weakest presidential candidate in American history, should they really be trusted to handle your hard-earned cash? Let's back it up a bit. In a recent column promoting her upcoming book, Donna Brazell, yes, the Democrat operator who came under fire for feeding debate question to her party's candidate last year, lays out how the Clinton campaign rigged the Democrat primary against Bernie Gimme Free Stuff Sanders last year. Here's what Brazell says happened. "So I followed the money," she writes. "My predecessor, Florida Rep. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, had not been the most active chair in fundraising at a time when President Obama's neglect had left the party in significant debt." What happened next, Brazell claims, was a corrupt bargain between the party and the Clinton campaign, struck all the way back in 2015, where the Clinton machine would help dig them out of the fundraising hole while pocketing a guaranteed path to the nomination. Holy backroom bargaining, Batman. Look, we all knew that the Clinton operation was grossly corrupt, but this is some straight up old school stuff. Now, some are actually rushing to Hillary's defense in this case, like Fox News liberal contributor Jamu Green, who tried to make this revelation about what else but sexism.
The continuing demonization of Hillary Clinton through this is absolutely uncalled for, it's unfair, and it's a continuation of the sexism.
Ma'am, that ain't sexism. Regardless of what chromosomes you have, corruption is corruption. Naturally, good old Hillary says she's here to stay.
I walked in the woods, that was enough, I'm done with that.
Even though you know there are just a ton of people in her own party that want her to quietly fade away into obscurity at this point. Let's face it, this newest development is so egregious that progressive stalwart and self-styled Native American Senator Liz Warren is calling out her own party.
Do you agree with the notion that it was rigged?
Yes.
And okay, there are more than a few questions that will certainly continue to come out of this, but this is the Capitol Hill brief, so we're going to hit the high notes. There's a bigger issue underneath this new dumpster fire, and one that voters are going to need to think about going forward. You know how Democrats are always the ones pushing to take more of your money so they can redistribute it through the government? After all, they're the party of government masterminds. They know how to spend your money better than you do, how to socially engineer almost every aspect of your life, and how to organize markets better than markets themselves. Obamacare. Here's the thing. You really ought to be able to show that you can adequately run your own house before you can even consider commenting on anyone else's, much less millions of households across the country. Is that fair? Okay. And if the leaders of a national party are going to let their own operation become such a financial mess that they have to run to someone as baggage-laden and corrupt as Hillary Clinton to keep their heads above water, are these really the guys you want holding the keys to the Treasury? Actually, just forget the Treasury for a minute. Would you even trust them to run a hot dog stand at this point? I'm Nate Madden, and this has been your Capitol Hill Brief. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.